I want to, of course, first welcome and thank everybody, members of the media, for joining us, but especially those that are watching this. I know we're live streaming this to many folks across the city and the region as well, and we want to make sure that we're providing accurate and timely information. We're also joined today, of course, by Dr. Davis, who is leading our response as it relates to everything health, and is doing a great job, and of course, our superintendent of schools, Chris Steinhauser, who of course we had an announcement today that he's going to discuss today, and also the head of our Long Beach Unified School Board, and that's Dr. Felton Williams. So I want to thank them for joining us. We're here today to give another update on the ongoing coronavirus pandemic that is facing us here in the city, but also, of course, facing us across the country and the world. In Long Beach, we're continuing to provide accurate and timely information to the public, and we want to continue to do that. To be clear, this is a serious public health emergency. This is a serious issue that we are dealing with here in the city and across the country, but it's one that we are also working very hard to ensure that people are safe, that there is not panic, and that we are acting responsibly and appropriately. I want to just go over a few items that as they relate to the last few days and week, and then I'm going to turn this over to our superintendent of schools, and then we're going to have an opportunity to answer any questions as well. Let me begin by saying that the city of Long Beach declared a state of emergency back on March the 4th, and that emergency allowed us to mobilize resources. It allowed us to move the city departments and managers quickly and really raise awareness across the city about what we're doing here locally. As a reminder, Long Beach has 4 confirmed positive cases of COVID-19. We also have additional folks that are being currently tested. And so as we expect, that number certainly could change. But we are actively testing individuals here in the city of Long Beach. I want to also add that we have seen our school systems take pretty decisive action over the course of the last few weeks, as well as the city. The city of Long Beach yesterday announced that we are canceling for the next few weeks, all the way through the end of April, any major event or gathering of over 250 people through the end of April. That essentially cancels major events like the Grand Prix, like beach streets, like certain parades that happen across the city, and also limits the gatherings of that size in our hotels and conventions and in other locations. We also announced that we are suspending any water shutoffs across the city. That's really important so that folks, especially low-income individuals, can be assured that their water will not be turned off during this time. We want to make sure everyone has access to clean water and that they can wash their hands appropriately. We're working, of course, with our businesses and our tourism industry. I just returned from a conversation with them to ensure that workers across the city, especially those that are low income, please know that the city is working to ensure that you get the services and the attention that you will need over the next few weeks. As it relates to our public institutions, we know that earlier this week, Cal State Long Beach announced that they will be transitioning to all online and some type of modified class schedules beginning this upcoming week. For their campus. Long Beach City College also announced that beginning on Monday, they will also be switching to an online campus approach. And we're going to hear from our superintendent that's going to be discussing what we're doing at Long Beach Unified as well, beginning this upcoming week. And so I just ask everyone within the community and the city to continue to listen to public officials. Please support what your local government is sharing with you. We're sharing the best and the most up-to-date information. And please know that we are committed to everyone's safety and to everyone's health. As I turn this over to a few other folks, I will also say some remarks in Spanish towards the end and then answer any questions. And with that, I want to turn this over to our key partner within the city, and that is our superintendent of Long Beach Unified School District, Chris Steinhauser.
Thank you, Mayor Garcia. After careful deliberation, the Long Beach Unified School District, with the blessing of the Board of Education, has decided to close schools beginning Monday, March 16th. School will resume on Monday, April 20th. The closure is an extra measure of protection to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus. At the current time, the school district does not have any presumptive or confirmed cases of the new virus in our schools, but we are taking this step to help protect the public health. This closure includes our Friday, April 10th Admission Day holiday and our spring recess, which means our students will have 19 days of instruction outside the school building. In this unprecedented time, we are grateful for the tremendous support of our communities. It is because of our ability to work together that we will get through this very difficult time. We are working around the clock to plan for the well-being of our students and our staff. We thank our partnering agencies. We have received outstanding support from local, regional, and other agencies, but particularly the City of Long Beach, the Health Department, Dr. Davis, and all of her colleagues. This was a very difficult decision. Schools are an essential service to our families and our entire community, and we are the largest employer in the City of Long Beach with 10,000 people. We will be setting up ways to continue the learning process through online services and traditional textbooks and packages. All students today were allowed to take home their core textbooks. Further information on these developments and others will be forthcoming from our schools and will be communicated through various means, including the school district's website, lbschools.net, individual school websites, email, text, phone messages, social media, a program called School Loop, and online videos in the coming days. In fact, on the online videos, there'll be one every day. It's actually going out today, one for students and one for parents. We know that many families rely on our schools to provide children meals. In fact, 70% of my children are in poverty. We feed 50,000 students every day. We are currently activating plans to ensure that students can have access to meals twice a day at every school throughout the school district next week. Every school will offer breakfast. It's a grab-and-go program. They will not eat on the campus from 8 to 9, and lunch from 11:30 to 1. We will reevaluate that program after the next week. We may move to cluster centers. We'll be working with the regional and state partners to ensure that this unplanned closure does not affect our students' academic standing. Our staff, with the exception of our hourly employees, will remain in paid status and will be expected to check in with the school district and respond via email on a daily basis. For the first week, in other words, through March 20th, schools will be closed to certificated and office staff. Certificated staff include administrators and teachers. Information on plans beyond March 20th will be distributed to staff via email once it's available. All custodial staff will be working Monday to start to disinfect schools and will continue until further notice. Our school district will have many departments working during our closure in schools unless we are notified by the Long Beach Department of Health to change this plan. These departments include staff who will be cleaning schools, serving and transporting meals, and continue to operate the many of our centralized functions. And I just wanted to have a note here that I can only remember a few times that we've ever taken such drastic action. Once was in 1932, when over half of the school district's schools were destroyed in the earthquake. The civil unrest of the 90s, where we closed for at least a week. Avalon School closed once in 2002 for a week, and now 19 days with COVID-19. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Steinhauser. I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Davis, who has some remarks as well.
Thank you, Mayor Garcia and Superintendent Steinhauser. We know that school closures are one of a number of important interventions that can help slow the spread of respiratory illnesses like COVID-19 and reduce the impact of an outbreak on our healthcare system and community. With the anticipation of more cases and a wider possibility of community transmission, this is an important step in a collaborative response to this disease. As Mayor Garcia indicated, we have a total of 4 presumptive positive cases in Long Beach. We expect those cases to be confirmed from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention within the next several days. We continue our efforts with contact tracing. Staff are tracing the whereabouts of the patients while they were infectious, contacting and monitoring close contacts of the patients, and working with local healthcare facilities to monitor healthcare workers who may have been exposed. The city has received test kits, and we are working both within our public health lab and other public health labs to test patients and people based on referrals from healthcare professionals. If you have symptoms such as coughing, fever, or difficulty breathing, we ask that you call rather than first go visit your healthcare provider immediately. If you are uninsured, please contact our information line at 562-570-4636, and we will connect you to our Medi-Cal outreach team. We want to remind the public about efforts you can take to slow the spread of COVID-19 and prevent illness. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, and you should actually count this one time because it's longer than you would think. Avoid touching your eyes, your nose, your mouth with unwashed hands. Stay home if you're sick, and those who are well should avoid close contact with people who are sick. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces, and practice social distancing, which lowers the risk of transmission for others. Social distancing means avoiding mass gatherings or events and remaining at a distance of at least 6 feet from others when congregating. It's important for everyone to prepare, not panic. Families can prepare for self-isolation by taking measures such as supplying and storing a 2-week supply of food and water and prescription drugs and non-prescription medications, planning what you'll do if you should have a family member who's sick, such as having an isolated room where that sick family member can go, and practicing extra precautions if you're at higher risk of contracting serious illness, such as those who are older or who have several underlying health conditions. You want to be extra careful about going out into large crowds or large gatherings. We remind everyone to visit the city website at longbeach.gov/COVID-19 and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The CDC has created a checklist for individuals and families that can help households plan and make decisions to plan and protect the health of you and your family. We've made this link available on the COVID page, again, longbeach.gov/COVID-19. And contact the Long Beach Health Department information line at 562-570-INFO or 4636 with questions about COVID-19 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. I want to just say a few things in Spanish, and if there's a question or two, we'll answer those as well as we're closing up. I'm going to just recap a few things. Nomás quiere decir que sabemos acá en la ciudad de Long Beach, estamos trabajando con toda la comunidad en este crisis médico de COVID-19. Bien importante que sepan los parientes que tienen hijos o hijas en las escuelas. Ahorita, todas las escuelas en Long Beach Unified van a estar cerrados empezando este lunes hasta abril 2021. So, van a estar cerrados las escuelas hasta abril 20 o 21. Pero es bien importante que sepan que todavía las escuelas van a poder dar la comida que estudiantes tienen en esas escuelas. So, en la mañana y para el lonche todavía van a servir la comida. And Chris, what time, from what time?
8 to 9 for lunch.
From breakfast 8 to 9?
I mean, breakfast.
So, van a dar desayuno de las 8 a 9 en todas las escuelas y el lonche lo van a dar
11:30 to 1.
a 11:30 a 1. So, si tú eres una pariente que tu hijo o tu hija toman el lonche o el desayuno en el colegio, todavía pueden hacer eso. Ahora, va a ser algo que pueden agarrar el desayuno y después se van a la casa otra vez. So, el colegio no va a estar abierto, pero vas a poder recoger la comida en el colegio. Si tú eres estudiante o si tú eres alguien que va a la universidad Cal State Long Beach, empezando el lunes también la universidad va a estar cerrada y las clases van a estar por el internet y online. También en Long Beach City College, empezando la próxima semana, va a estar cerrado la universidad y el college. es bien importante que la gente sepa que todavía en Long Beach tenemos 4 casos de COVID-19. Esos 4 casos, estamos trabajando con ellos ahorita, no hay más de esos 4, pero es importante que gente sepa que por favor se laven las manos para 20 segundos, por favor que se separen de gente si pueden, si no tienen que salir y estar afuera de la casa en grupos, por favor quédense en la casa si pueden, lávense las manos y por favor sepan que tu ciudad, la comunidad médica está trabajando en esto ahorita bien duro. Queremos que todos sepan esta información y por favor en la ciudad de Long Beach, longbeach.gov, ese website, hay bastante información también en español para poder ayudar a la comunidad. As I wrap this up just in English, I just want to just add for the community, for them to know that we really have and are putting all of our information as it relates to this global outbreak and what's happening in the city at longbeach.gov/COVID-19. All the information is there. We encourage folks to get their information there and to stay connected to the city. And please, to the community, we'll continue to have updates, but also updates like this where we stream them as well to get information out. And we are feeling very confident in the work of our firefighters, police department, and our schools. And just to conclude, I'll just also add that the community should be aware that this is a very evolving situation, and so things are changing quite rapidly. And so to expect more announcements as they relate to other closures, as they relate to other types of meetings that are going to be happening. I'll give you an example. The city council meeting that's set to be scheduled on this Tuesday will happen virtually and by teleconference, and that is one small example of many that are changing quite rapidly, and we'll continue to get that information out. I want to encourage everyone to continue to follow the Long Beach Unified School District on their social media channels, the colleges. Please follow the City of Long Beach on Facebook, on Twitter. We'll continue to have these types of live streams, but also on the website. And finally, if you know a neighbor that's a senior, that might be a vulnerable population, a family member, right now, the best thing for us to do is to be kind, compassionate, look out for our seniors in our community, pay them a visit, give them a call, and take care of each other. I think that's really, really important. And so thank you, and we'll continue to provide updates as we go. Thank you.